trying times. At the end of the day, for real, if you a man of the Most High specifically, guard your light, guard your family, protect your peace. I feel like it's that season, yeah. Till your ground and put your seeds in. They say rock, what's the word? I told them repent. Gotta walk in them shoes you put your feet in. The bed that you make, you gotta sleep in. Sowing and reaping, judgment, it's that season. I don't get mad and I don't get even. Abba got 'em, say shalom when you see me. I'm protecting my peace. It ain't my business what they said about me. They forgot to mention the part when I fell to my knees. Please, Abba, keep your angels wherever I be. Pray you keep a couple of them by the bed when I sleep. Bonded, casting out every devil I see. Last days, I ain't playing no kind of games. I got children. Look, no matter what they say, we gon' still win. Let them gossip, we gon' still win. Turn everybody against us, we gon' still win. Keep building like real men. Imagine all the souls we gon' reel in. And we put scriptures over feelings. Yeah. Had to do a pause for that. I feel like it's that season. Yeah. Till your ground and put your seeds in. If we can't correct each other, we can't be friends. I can't sit back and watch you go off the deep end. Sky is the limit, you got no ceiling. We gon' take it through the firmament. You got baptized, them demons was on your head when they got word of it. When you get wings, it's gonna be turbulence. Temptation intensified, it's expected. We at the end of time, they don't wanna see you score. They want you penalized, want you out the game, see you ride the bench. When it's crunch time, it ain't hard to see who the father with. This season, we not man pleasing. Practice what you preaching, don't pretend. For real, we gotta give them the facts. Look, that sound good, but what scripture was that? Paganism in our worship, hidden in the details. Saturnalia, Abba gave me eyes I can see well. We stiff neck, we don't want correction, we shun correction. On the narrow path is only one direction. Yeah, we stiff neck, we don't want correction, we shun correction. Yeah, it's only one direction. It's that season.
All right, family, peace and blessing. This is Brother Ibar from the True Vanguard of Israel. And we are here with a little something for you tonight. With me, I have my brother in Christ. Can you unmute your mic, Ak?
Yeah, man. Peace and blessing. Shalom to everyone. Yeah, looking forward to it.
All right. So as you can see the title, they will deceive. Or should it be, we will deceive? Many a times, we as believers in Christ, we always want to call out other persons who we claim have done us wrong. But we never speak about our offense, our offenses against others. All right? Why did we have this title? This is a video that Elder Rakar from GOCC did a couple of days ago, right? I was watching the video, and then a couple of days after, the video was actually removed. Okay? So we actually download the video and was looking at it. So we have the video right now. What we're gonna do, we're gonna go through the video and we're gonna react to it. All right. With that, do you have anything you wanna say, Akia Allah?
I think your mic kind of sound choppy. I don't know. I don't know if the internet connection. I'm not sure. But
Okay,
you're hearing me clearly, right?
Yeah, man, I'm hearing you very clear.
Oh, I don't know if it's on my end or everybody else would hear that way. I guess if anybody in the live would could say that, but I guess you can go ahead.
Okay, so how am I sounding now?
I think it's on the same way. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's me hearing you and not necessarily everybody else. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I can check the bars on the internet or something. I don't know.
All right, let me check the bar. I got a full bar right here right now.
Full bar. Okay, so probably it's my end then. Maybe it's my end. So I can hear you enough still. I can make out what you're saying though. But yeah,
Okay.
hopefully those out there are hearing you clear than me.
Okay. So we have how am I coming through? Anyone out there listening? How am I coming in through? Can you type in the chat if I'm clear?
Uh, I have sure. Uh, Probably the people that know you're coming as yet. So um, yeah.
Okay, okay. All right. Let's see. Let's see what happened. But let me put this on the screen right here. Let me present. Okay. So here's the video. This is the video right here. Uh Go back to it. All right. So how am I coming in now? How am I
It's good
coming in
enough.
through act?
It's good enough for me to hear. Yeah, man. Go ahead.
All right, all right. So this is the video right here. And we're gonna play the video and we're gonna react to the video. All right. So there's a brother called Brother Brands who actually leave the church, and Ella Rakar react to him leaving the church. And this is what Ella Rakar have to say. Let's go.
On situations like this, but today I have to. All right. Of course, be here for our regular scheduled broadcast tomorrow night. But it's very rare I make a video warning my brothers and sisters out there when it comes to deceivers.
So Ella Rakar is saying it's very rare he make videos like this calling out deceivers, right? And he's making reference to Brother Brands. So he's calling Brother Brands a deceiver, right? When I come to this church, because I was once a member of GOCC, right? Brother Brands was, he's a rapper, still is a rapper, and he was very famous among the church, right? I think Brother Brands said he's a member of the church from 2008. That's what he said in one of his live. And he recently left the church. We are now in 2025. So how many years is that, Akiawala? From 2008 till now.
2008.
Yes.
2008 till now. Wow, that's what? We're in 2025. That's about 17 years.
Somewhere there, right?
Yeah.
Somewhere there. So all these years you didn't know that he was a deceiver. Bear in mind he's a renowned person among the church, and you did not see all these years that he's a deceiver. Right? So you make a video saying, okay, they will deceive. I find that very interesting that you would all these years you didn't realize that this brother is a deceiver, or he has attribute, right, or character of a deceiver. You did not see that all these years. Why no? Because he decided he wants to leave the church, right? It is men like this who actually help you to build GOCC. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
was watching a live. I was watching a live today, right? The brother was live today. And he have like about 104 persons on the live. And majority of these persons are members of your church and also ex-member of GOCC. And these persons are saying, right, brother, you're not a deceiver. You're a good brother. I was there with you. A lot of these things what the elder, and I'm telling about persons who are members. So listen, brother, we miss you, we fellowship with you, and all of that, and a lot of things that the elder said is not true. Why the elder come out? No. After all these years and say, okay, the brother is a deceiver. They will deceive. Why no? I don't think you're genuine, Elder Rakar. I don't think you're genuine. I believe you came out, right, to protect your image, right? You came out to defend your brand, the brand GOCC, right? That's what you're doing now. Okay? The brother said in one of his videos that he want to leave the church years ago, and you asked him to stay, right? But now he decided to leave. You're saying that, okay, he's a deceiver. You have many deceiver among you, right? Who do you call Elder Gaja a deceiver, right? Rumor have it that Elder Gaja, right, just a few years ago, slept with a female, right? I was in, right, a meeting where Elder Ramar says, okay, he's now taking over this region. And when we ask what's wrong with Elder Gaja, you know what Elder Ramar said? He's in trouble and we should pray for him. And you know how we know that this is true? Because you basically push him to the back, get him out of the camera for a while. You are now recently bringing him back. Okay, go ahead, Akiawala.
Yeah, man. You know, I myself, for anyone who don't know, was around at the time in the gathering, right? And as the brother said, he quietly pushed Gaja to the back, right? And you know, a lot of people was asking where he is, right? And he
Exactly.
would come, yeah, and he would come on and say that, oh, you know, it's he's down there in Jamaica or wherever he's doing his thing. Don't worry about it. He's okay, right? While what he did really, the transgressions of Gaja actually has caused rift between families. People leave out of the gathering. I would assume people even lose faith in the so-called truth because this is the elder doing this now. You know? You get what I'm saying? So it caused a lot of issues. A lot of people break off from the Jamaica's body because of this, right? And it has affected you know, lives. And he basically just, you know, I heard the rumor that he got demoted. And if anybody was watching and paying attention, there's one point where Rakar was calling him Gaja. He wouldn't put the elder on it.
Exactly.
So I was picking that up and I said, okay, what I heard, it seems like it's true. He keeps calling him Gaja, but he not put the elder. But like months after as time go by, he's trying to acclimatize him back on the front line now. It's like he began to know class him as an elder again. So basically give him back the position and, as they would put it, some right and a fellowship to be in that position again. Right? And when you look at it, a lot of deception going on over Gaja's side of the fence. So as the brother say, yeah, deceivers among you. But you protect these people who cause some serious damage to the flock. In my opinion, he actually put back a wolf over the sheep. That's how I see him. Yeah. He's a wolf that has been put back over the people at this point. Yeah, so that's my view on that.
Exactly. Right? You have deceivers among you, right? Who have done more damage than Brother Brands have done or has done. Right? We have no evidence as to, you know, Brother Brands doing all these things that you claim that he has done. All you're doing right now is protecting the brand GOCC by coming up with the PR stunt. That's what you're doing, Elder Rakar. right? That's what you're doing. You have Elder Gaja among you, right? And we know who Elder Gaja is. Gabar said in our video that he's a snake, and I agree with Gabar. Okay, right? There's even rumor have it that there is this bishop in Philly, right? Father who actually take another man's wife, and you came out, Rocker, in defense, not to say okay, what they have done was wrong. You came out trying to, sweep the dust underneath the rug. You're trying to sweep the dirt underneath the rug, Rocker, but you're calling someone a deceiver. Come on, man. Come on, this is crazy. Right? The Bible says all have sinned and come short of the glory. Right? This is the mindset that we're supposed to be in. Right? We're supposed to think about this. All have sinned and come short. So if something happen, we as a people, right, are believers in Christ, supposed to deal with it, right, with, counsel. You're supposed to reach out to the brother. And why did you take the video down? Why did you take the video down? Because you realized you jumped the gun and you did not listen to what you did not get a response from the brother, and you jumped the gun just to protect the brand GOCC, because you know this brother have influence, and his influence can lure people away from the organization, and you don't want that. And it is happening. There's a lot of people linking up with him right now. Okay. Also, you on here telling people don't support him. That's what you're doing. That's what you're doing. When I listen to the video, in a neat way, you are telling people do not send anything to this brother. Okay? Let's see what you have to say in the video.
All right. What do I mean? Let me pull this up for you all. One second. Now, real quick, and make sure you regular brothers and sisters share this with everyone on your social platforms, as well as the Academites. Make sure you let your family and everyone be aware of this, because in order for me to do this, I'm gonna tell you, I would only do this if every avenue was exhausted.
Was every avenue exhausted in Gaja's situation? Do you know the female that rumor have it that Gaja slept with? Do you know her? Right? Do you know the family member? Did you ask any question to persons in the Jamaica body, the King somebody? Okay? Did you have conversation with them? No, you didn't. Because if it came out that this thing is true, then it can affect the brand GOCC. Okay? Let's go.
I mean, Ibar,
Okay.
why
Yes, sir.
why is he mentioning the academites? You see that? Why is he mentioning those those who in the academy? Make sure your family see this. It's evident he's protecting the bag.
Exactly.
You're protecting. Why you mentioning? Why don't you just say members of the church? Why you mention academites there?
Exactly.
That is interesting. And another thing, let's not forget, outside of that female that most will know about, right? There were other things going on, other advances being made where he was rejected. So, as I said before, a wolf among the sheep, right? He was going around preying on many women there, or trying to get at many women. I mean, Gabar actually said this too,
Right.
and I know he's right because I know for a fact that was happening for real. You get me? I get to find out that myself. So
Exactly.
yeah.
And remember, a brother told us, right, that same female that rumor have it that he slept with. The brother said at one point, he has interest in that brother. And Gaja was like, no. And
Mhm.
remember the female said something like, I don't think I'm ever gonna get married. And Gaja reply was what, Ak?
Yeah, that she basically can come under his wing then.
Ah,
Like, yes. So it's evident he has some kind of intention there from the beginning.
exactly. Why would you
Yeah.
reply when the female says, I don't think I'm gonna get married? You said Gaja out of your mouth,
Mm-hmm.
right? You can come under my hedge. When you
Exactly.
have a wife, does
Exactly.
anyone does anyone even know your wife, Gaja? There's no way you can be
Mm-hmm.
an elder and you're married and you're in a country, right? You're in another country away from your wife, months upon months, and you're a married man. That
Mm-hmm.
makes sense? That makes sense? Why don't you speak about this thing, Elder Rakar? It's PR at this time.
Mm-hmm.
It's PR at this time. I remember that. I remember there was a what was it, the Passover? I think that they keep in Kingston at turnover, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I remember I saw Gaja sitting in a settee with a particular female, the same female.
Mm-hmm.
And at that time I was a new member of the church, and I was like, if the elder is married, why is he sitting like this with this female?
Mm-hmm.
But the Bible said to the pure all things are pure. So it was just like, okay, maybe it's just for the picture, all right?
Indeed.
And
And mm-hmm.
go ahead.
Yeah, and even myself, I mean, as they say, the spirit bring forth things to the remembrance. Yeah, as I said, to the pure, all things are pure. Things did happen. That I was there, and it's like, okay, at the time, it really I register what really is
Exactly.
happening. And it's
Right.
years after down the line when certain things that come out, I'm like, oh,
Now you understand.
no, me understand what was happening.
Same thing happened to me.
Yeah, man.
Right
So,
now I have that very picture in my phone. Bro, you want to know something crazy just happened? Something
mhm,
crazy just happened, bro. I have
yeah,
my Facebook. I have the channel Facebook account open.
yeah.
And guess what happened? A notification came in, and it's the female. You
Wow.
can't make this stuff up. Like,
You
like
cannot
I,
make this up.
I swear to God, bro, a
Wow.
notification came in, and it's from that same female.
Wow.
Check
That's
that out.
crazy. That's crazy.
Check that out.
Oh my.
You see how this thing work, right?
Yeah. Wow.
Listen, I remember looking at them sitting in the couch, and I was like, this just don't look good. But you're a new member. You
Yep.
don't know what's going on. You think this is just a regular thing where people come together and take picture, bro.
Mm-hmm.
When the story came out about him and that female, bro,
Mm-hmm.
my mind went right back. My mind went right back to that picture.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And that's why some of the time, the members now in the church who like to jump on their side and come out and said, okay, you're evil for saying things and oh, you leave the church. Listen, you don't know what is going on.
They
You
don't have a
don't
clue.
know what is going on.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know what is going on. Humble yourself. The
Yep.
Most High will reveal things to you. Sometimes when you hear say, okay, a person is not really attending the church anymore, or a person being put out of the church, the Most High open those persons' eye and remove them. It's not all the time persons that do things wrong. Because okay, when I was actually told to, watch from home, what did I
Mhm.
do? Did I steal anything from anyone?
No,
Did I sleep with anyone's wife?
no,
Did I preach wrong doctrine among the church?
definitely not.
And this is why they can't come out and say anything. I have
Exactly.
more receipts on them than they have on me. Let them tell you the females that I took and sleep with. Let them tell you what I steal from the church. Okay?
Mhm.
Let them come and tell you, say, okay, this is my offense.
Mhm.
You know what is my offense? Telling them the truth.
That is it.
That's my offense. Telling them the truth. So, brother, listen. You've been going around, right? You're approaching female, right? And you're a married man. And by the way, the church does not promote polygyny. Okay? The
Mhm.
church don't support polygamy. So why? And I know, listen, I remember the first street preaching I went to in Montego Bay. When Gaja come and preach. I heard Gaja said something on the mic when he was actually speaking to a female. The female said, you can only have one wife. And he says, no, show me that in the Bible. And that fly over a lot of the members' head.
Yeah. Wow.
That fly over a lot of the members' head. I don't know if I should say, okay, it fly over them head. Because a lot of them, I can just look at a lot of the men who I was among and say, okay, these men right here, they are not genuine.
Mhm.
I went to First Fruit and I saw men at church drunk. I heard men cursing, using curse word like F you and all of that at
Mhm.
church.
Mhm.
I saw many things at church. I saw men touching female bottom that don't belong to them. They are not married to.
Mhm.
I saw a lot of those things. Okay. And when I ask question like, why is that brother doing that? A lot of persons be like, just leave it alone, and because that's how they are.
Mhm.
There are a lot of things that I have seen with my eyes, right? And we just sweep it under the rug and go about our business like, okay, leave it alone.
Yeah, man.
Okay?
It's one rule for the circle and another rule for the rest.
Exactly.
People who they look at as people that they can benefit from financially or have resources. Then these are the
Exactly.
people that they take and give and put in certain positions, and yeah, so they have a benefit there. Um,
Exactly.
a brother with a spiritual gift and ability to do something, uh trust me, try the only way that person might survive and be elevated is if they are absolutely blameless. And even at that, there's kind of a ceiling for them per se. Because when you're operating off um sincerity, you're gonna say
Right.
things when you're sitting, and that's not gonna go down well with the elder.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's not gonna go down well. And
Exactly.
me personally, the bully tactics not working with me. I'm for those who know me out there, know that yeah, they see me and I'm quiet and whatever, but when I say nonsense and foolishness, I won't be around for too long. Yeah, so if for people out there might think that I am this follower, I'm just a follow people because people leave and go here, you're sadly mistaken. I know more than you think. Yeah, and the elder knows that too. Yeah, so go ahead.
Yes, man. So let's play this video right here.
That means you try to help a brother, reel them in and get their money.
Brother, stop it. Stop talk about you help a brother. You're not helping nobody. Okay? How did you help him? Did you promote his music? Did you pay his bills? You're sharing the word of God. That's all you're doing. Sharing the word of God, right? That's a commission from Christ. Go ye therefore in all the world. You're not helping nobody. A matter of fact, right? The Bible tell us about the word fall upon stony ground, right? Some fall where birds just come and pick up the seeds, right? That's what Christ told us to do. You're acting as if you're paying people bills. You gain more from Brother Brands than Brother Brands gain from you.
That's a
Through
fact.
his musical ministry, he pull a lot of people in the church.
Mm-hmm.
You behaving like, okay, person just come to the truth because of you. Right? It is the Most High Spirit who pull people.
Exactly.
You have to understand. Listen, when I got baptized, right? That's one of the most purest time of my life. Where if I should pass at that time, I think I will get the kingdom. So those days when you actually pull Brother Brands, that's a very pure time. Even you was very pure, right?
Mm-hmm.
We can see the Holy Spirit moving, but as time progress and money start to involve, right? We start to see a lot of things change.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't deny that, Rocker. You cannot deny that. That money has changed us. It's not just you. It's not just Brother Brands. It's me. It's Yawa Allah. We all have things that we're trying to work on. You're trying to take the glory. That's what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
As time goes by, we become weak and we need to, pray a little bit more. We need to fast a little bit more and we need to get back to, when we first come to the truth. You did not pull nobody. Stop trying to take the glory.
Mm-hmm.
You're operating as if, okay, the Holy Spirit wasn't working. Go ahead, Ak.
Yeah, man. And as even Brother Brand say, you didn't underestimate me. You underestimated the Holy Spirit.
Exactly.
Because trust me, 2015 around there, 2014, coming in and learning and acclimatizing with what this Hebrew Israelite movement is about and everything. And listen, the transition of the people from the church or the world into the Israelite movement, the music played an integral part in pulling them and also keeping them because what? It's an alternative to what is out there. You understand? The people them have so much, and Brother Brands was one of the man them with. I mean, I have so much of his songs on my phone. It's not even funny, right?
Exactly.
Some of the man songs are like some mini sermons, 17 minutes, 15 minutes, 13 minutes. I can't even call them songs. They are like sermons teaching you precept upon precept with understanding, right?
Right. He even have a song that is 11 minute long with the Hebrew.
Yeah. And some of this, you he more so quench the man's just like Gaja did down here. Quench
Right.
the brothers them spirit. Cause some things I hear Brother Brand say that going on, right? Even in regards to certain man say, listen, he gave up relationships because of you guys, right? You try to separate we talk about building a nation. Listen, I heard a person call in on the program once and say that said to Rockar that he's the Moses of this time. And Rockar was all there smiling. Usually I would hear him say, well, brother, I'm just a servant. I'm just a servant. This is not
Mm-hmm.
hearsay. I was watching the live.
Right.
And he was just smiling, smiling. I think these people believe themselves to be greater than what they really are.
Exactly.
And this position has gotten to them head. You
Right.
understand? So this is the issue, right? So
Exactly.
you underestimated the spirit that was working with brothers like Brother Brands, Yapa Q, um, um,
Fred and the
Karatasa,
Genius.
Fred and the Genius. Listen, these music, right? I see him also promoting Bishop Amat. No disrespect, but listen, his music is nowhere near Brother Brands and some of the others we mentioned. I'm sorry. I haven't
Exactly.
heard those couple tracks that I've heard. I have not heard anything there where we can say, oh, this is something above what these brothers is doing.
Right?
He's not even scratch the surface of the work that Brother Brands has put out in the music through this truth music as we call it. Come on.
Exactly.
Come on.
Even brothers like the Elder Aria, he's pushing Elder Aria as an artist, but I don't think Aria is really an artist
And
compared to
him,
Brother Brands. When compared
yeah,
to Brother Brands.
definitely. And him too. I mean, no disrespect, Elder. You, I think, yeah, I kind of sense a puffed up spirit from you. You think too much of yourself and your music. And I hear you talking about other brothers who just come in the truth and they want to do music, and you're kind of trying to, you know, yeah, what I would say, discourage the brothers them in a one type of way, like, oh, put on the music and just come in and learn and all of this. Bro, come on. Come on. What you putting out is not, as I say, and a brother, what Brother Brands put out, nah. And
Exactly.
we can even speak of another brother down here. That's well
Ah,
the same thing that's happening to Brother Brands. We have a brother down here, super talented, and for years we scratch your head and wonder how is this brother not um
Ra'ash. Ra'ash.
Ra'ash? How is he not out there on that
hmm
level? Like, yo, where's the support? Come on, man. You have people flying out rash to listen. You have people flying out rash to other countries in the Caribbean who have nothing to do with the church, who see the spirit in the music and want to help this brother. And you guys have this church, thousands of people, um, um, funds flowing through it, and the brother they hear like this, it's a joke.
Exactly. Also, I remember Ra'ash dropped his new album, right? And I was saying to Ra'ash, like, why don't you try get Elder Gadja to talk to Elder Rakar so you can promote it on their channel? And he was saying, like, nah, right? Only to find out that the elders is saying that we're not gonna promote anybody because once they get big, they leave the church and go. So what if they leave the church and go on? Shame on them, right? Shame on them. You promote this doctor person every chance you get. What is his name? The white dude.
No, that's something that was on my mind. Mr. Truman, Dr.
True
Truman.
man. Yeah. Every chance you get,
Truman burst.
you promote a white person, but you don't
Mhm.
promote your own. Come on, Rakar.
That,
Right?
hey, when that happened, that very thing crossed my mind. I'm saying, look how many times they bring Truman burst on. And you're talking about Brother Brands was promoting where? I can't even remember one time I bring the brother up on the live and speak to him like that and are pushing him music. When? Come
Exactly.
on, man.
And also, Brother Brand's music were on private all these years.
That's crazy.
It's,
And guess
it's just,
you
go
know
ahead.
what? I think it's the music that he collab with certain people,
Right.
Freddie Genius. Yeah, so it's
Right.
like they were pushing him to like okay, sever certain connections with certain people.
Exactly.
I'm
Especially
like,
persons who are not members of the church.
exactly.
For even further than the genius, I saw put a post out the other day saying, there's persons within GOCC leadership telling the member that do not to buy his music.
Mhm.
He actually put a post out on YouTube the other day, a
Yeah.
community post saying, listen, there's persons within GOCC saying, right, telling the members, do not buy, right, Fred and the Genius music. And
Mm.
Fred and the Genius came out and speak about it. And not
Yeah.
one person in GOCC actually came out and refute that argument. They didn't.
Mm-hmm.
So it's obvious that they are doing it.
Yeah.
You know who I said, I heard said something about, okay, a lot of you artists need to stop because you're not no artist. That same elder they call Aria.
Yes. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah.
Okay? He's the
Mm-hmm.
same one I heard saying these things.
Mm-hmm.
Right? They drop a song the other day called what's the song with all the men in the white and what's that song? What's the title of that song again?
I don't even remember the name of it. To be honest, I probably have
Um
to look it up. Let me
uh
look it up right now. I'll get back to it.
I think it's the song called where they're saying something like have the world in a dulo switch when they hate we love like crazy. That song
Yeah,
right
yeah,
there.
yeah.
That song right there is listen, they're trying to push that song, but that song have no, it gets no notoriety like Meet You Down.
Exactly.
It can't
Exactly.
come near Meet You Down.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? It can't come close. You're trying to push um Bishop Amat with Shoya. Shoya is like a sex. He's selling sex.
Mm-hmm.
That song have no righteousness in it. That's like a pimp type of thing, that song that you're putting out right there.
Yeah.
Okay? There's no righteousness in that song. Okay? And he did that one song, right? And you promote it like, okay, it's an album.
Yep.
What came from it? Nothing. We can
Mm.
still listen Meet You Down today. Still relevant.
Yep. That's a
Okay?
classic.
That's a classic,
Mm-hmm.
right? Every member of GOCC is supposed to know Meet You Down.
Without a
Right?
doubt.
So when you come out and you try to defame the brother like this, listen, the brother said something, said, listen, he was in the hospital for a very long time. And not one member of GOCC came. Not one elder came and looked for him. That's a shame.
Very much so. And today I'm thinking about it. I'm like, it makes sense. I didn't, for a man like that with his notoriety within the Israelite movement, and the man was sick for 2 years. I want to know what happening. I never heard Rakar say anything about it. Like that's the thing that dawned on me. I said, oh, it makes sense. I totally can see why that is, because when there was a specific individual in the gathering overseas that got sick, and like every week they were giving updates on him. They said he died and come back to life, and he confirmed that what they are teaching, that this that side of the spiritual realm exists and all of these things, right? And I'm saying this person,
Right.
when he was in the hospital, every week we hear update about this person, like what's going on with him in the hospital, because what, he had a position in the church. He was closely affiliated with Rakar. So this
Right.
person, so I'm saying I never hear that with Brother Brands. Nobody was talking about him. So I'm like, what's going on?
Right.
No man, that's
Exactly.
not nice. That's not nice. The people could even find time to visit the brother.
Right.
Man, that's crazy, man. That's
Exactly.
crazy.
Let's see.
Minds together, but yet they'll duck and dodge, knowing they're deceiving. Okay? So, what am I talking about right now? And mind you, I have no personal issue with this person.
If you don't have personal issues with this brother, why would you come out and title the lesson? They will deceive, right? And they will duck and dodge. If you have no personal issues with him, listen, you might not have encounters with him where, you quarrel or fight or stuff like that. But let me tell you what the problem you have with him. The brother is well renowned among the church. Now, if the brother put a video out saying, listen, I'm no longer with the GOCC, do you know what that can cost to the body? Because if the brother go over there and says, you know what, I'm now starting a church. The moment persons, right, start to listen, then the mind start to, let me go over here and see what happened. Let me come back over here. You know that, Rakar. You know that. This is why among the GOCC, they said, okay, do not listen to other church. Right? And if the brother start to, speak about what he experienced over GOCC and what he have seen over the year, you know a lot of persons out there, right, with the same type of what would I call situation that actually occur in the church that they suffer from, right? Because today when the brother was actually speaking, guess what happened? What the brother was saying, there was 100 persons in there saying, listen, that's true, I experienced that. Okay? You know that. And we can see it. Even looking at the video, the manner in which you are speaking, right? You're just trying to protect the brand GOCC. Just come out and say that. You did not came out with this type of energy when you hear the story about Elder Gaja. You try to hide it. Okay? You try to, I speak to all of the, a couple of the brothers who actually, that came out against Elder Gaja when he did this, right? And the meeting that they actually went into and what took place in the meeting. Okay? One of the brother told me that you said, Elder Rakar, that the just like our person says, okay, you are Moses, you basically said that. And you have power to get them killed like Moses got Korah and all of them killed. Said you can pray for things to happen. That's what you basically said in that meeting. So you have power to put down and to cast down and to lift up who you want to lift up. Because God gave you that. That's what you were saying in the meeting. Don't you think people are record? A lot of these meetings that I actually went into with I have record of them. I record them while they were speaking. I still have a lot of pictures from the church, things that I see, things that I record that you don't even know about. Okay? There are many things there that I have seen in my time. Things that I heard. Okay? We just choose not to speak on them because guess what happened? We understand that there are, a lot of persons at the church who are genuine and want to follow Christ. And we don't want to say things that will uproot them and stuff like that. Okay? But you must first deal with the deceivers among you before you want to talk about persons on the outside.
Yep.
Okay? You must be careful of what you're saying. The best thing for you to do right now, when stuff like this happen, you're supposed to come out and say, well, the brother is no longer with the church. Let us pray for him and hope that everything goes well. But you basically want the brother. It's like you're saying, okay, is that you want him to, you want the people in the church to view him in a negative way and give him no support. That's what you're doing. Bear in mind, you close this video off with support the Patreon and don't send no money to nobody. That's what you're saying in simple word. Okay? You give support to this white doctor. What's his name again, Yawala? Truman.
Truman Burst, yeah.
Yeah. I also watched a Wednesday night broadcast with you where there was this actor who came on and he was selling a book. You advertise him while he was on your platform. he sell over 200 book.
Oh yeah,
Because you,
the actor.
yeah, yes, the actor. You bring
Look
him
at
on your
that.
platform,
Mm-hmm. He's not even
right?
a member of the church.
And he's not even a member of the church, and he sold the time you have him, right? And your podcast, he sold over 200 books. Okay? The members of the church was just buying books like crazy, and he was getting the notification on his phone, Rakar.
Mm-hmm.
But you did not give Brother Brands that same energy. You did not promote him. And you know how I know that's true? No one promote Ra'ash. And Ra'ash is in a suffering state right now. I'm telling you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
A talented artist getting no support. Okay? You know how many persons love Ra'ash and you don't support Ra'ash?
That's a fact.
Okay. Okay? Even Elder Gaja himself, he hates Ra'ash. I'm telling you, you want to know how I know he hates Ra'ash?
Mm-hmm.
Every chance he get, right, he promotes Sister Kolonji. He even closed the Passover with Sister Kolonji smoking weed. That's a shame.
Amazing.
Right? You're closing out the
Amazing.
Passover with a man smoking weed. You take the church to what Sister
Judgment
Kolonji
Yard.
place? Judgment Yard.
In August
And
town,
you
yeah.
video it and you put it up on your up on your Facebook and your IG.
Mm-hmm.
A known sinner, and every chance I was even at the Passover, and you call him while you were on the stage saying King, King. A man who smoke weed, right? Continually. Right?
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't want to get baptized. He don't want to follow the church, but every chance you get, you promote him.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. You have to be very careful of what you're saying, Ella Rakar, because there are a lot of things taking place in the church that you don't know about.
Exactly.
Okay?
As a matter of fact, I was listening to a live where I think Gaja, I think when I think it's the bishop or deacon in England that died. I think
Yes.
Caesar made a video or something like that, the condolences, and
Right.
he was playing it for Rakar and like, yeah. So it is like, okay, like Rakara say he can't wait to meet Sizzler or something like that. I'm like,
Oh, yeah. Oh,
bro,
he wants to meet the devil.
boy, it's so funny. And that means like the world to Gaja them and the rest of them, like, okay. Sizzler just send condolences for the brother that died. Man, come on, man.
First thing first, what they don't understand is this, right? And this even give give some truth to what you said early on, right? That they are looking for persons with fame to bring among the church so it can promote them, right? Why would you let Sister Kolenchi did something like that? Because Sister Kolenchi is basically a well-renowned artist. The whole world knows Sister Kolenchi, right? So you will try to, cling to him so that you can promote the church to him, right? But anything have to do with spirituality, right? You will shut it down quick and fast.
Mm-hmm. Like Bible study.
Exactly. We started a Bible study down there in Montego Bay, right? And I was saying to the deacon, listen, you can bring the elder on it and all of that. Let the elder come and teach so people can know, say, okay. And he has never come on it. Right? So many people that Bible study was actually bringing to the church, right? Locally and internationally.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure of 10 persons now who actually get baptized. Okay? In the church right now, both here and abroad. And there are many other persons, right, learning through the Bible study, and you shut it down just because of what?
Some
You
foolish
think,
excuse I hear.
yes, they think that okay, there are persons there, becoming famous through the Bible study. Some foolishness.
No, their excuse was they claimed that they heard it was chaotic. And I'm like, are you kidding me? At a point, we had a brother reading the rules of the whole thing. Like, you write down your questions until the end of when we structured it, right? Yes,
Exactly.
it had teething pains, as they would call it, but
Mhm.
we structured it after a while, and it was going for a while smoothly. You understand? So
Exactly.
that thing that they came up with and talk about, and then Gaja him tell me like he said, "Oh, I didn't sanction it," and so that's one of the other excuses he used. He never sanctioned it. So yeah. So basically, you brothers and sisters can't do anything basically off of the spirit, right?
Right.
It's for them to control every aspect of you operating in Christ, which makes no sense to me because not even the men of old and the apostles had this kind of power because they didn't have phones, right? These men were just sending letters. So Paul wasn't telling man over there, okay, stop street preaching this week or that week, and we're gonna
Mm.
hold off on that for a month. No Bible study. None of that was going on.
Right.
You don't see that in the scripture where Paul is telling people don't do this. Things that pertain to Christ, don't do it. Paul wasn't doing
Exactly.
that. So these men now with the internet and technology trying to control, you basically are trying to control the spirit that's operating with people.
Right. Right.
Make it make sense.
Right.
Go ahead.
Right.
I have an issue with what this person is doing to harm the people.
Um, Listen, do you have issues with what Ella Gaja did? Do you have issues with that? This female, right, that rumor has it that Elder Gaja slept with, has now leave the church and gone back to the world doing all type of crazy stuff. Every time we see her on Facebook, Instagram, she's there showing her butt. Do you have a problem with that?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a problem with that, Negro?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a problem with the many persons, the attempt that he made? Do you have a problem with that? And you can't say, okay, it's a lie because you have 5 witnesses that you have in a meeting and you were trying to overtalk them saying that, okay, God gave you power. You wasn't trying to address the problem.
Mm-hmm.
You wasn't trying to address the problem. You was trying to speak over the brother.
Mm-hmm. And
Okay?
this idea of people trying to tell people to throw people away, it's utter rubbish. We are not
Exactly.
saying throw anybody away, but guess what? There's a standard for a certain person, and the Bible tells you, even for the bishop, he must be blameless.
Exactly.
Right? So you guys just use that precept for your own when you want to apply it. Right? For me, when a certain man in a certain position do something, he has to be removed. Right? He's not above. For me, I mean, we see kings, men in higher position than these men now, and they do things, and the Most High say, "No, I'm gonna move you." David,
Exactly.
Saul,
Mm-hmm.
them do certain things. The Most High move them out of the because what? When you're in that position, as the scripture say, to whom much is given, much is required. When you do certain things that style you certain way, you are no longer fit for the position.
Exactly. Because it basically disable your ministry.
Exactly.
Okay? If you're a homosexual, right, and you get caught in that act as an elder or a bishop, right? The moment you get caught in that act, the Most High expose you.
Ah.
It is the Most High who expose you. And you know what happened now? If you continue in that position, you cannot sit over to counsel someone who is struggling with that type of behavior because they're not gonna look at you like, oh, you can't rebuke that anymore.
Exactly.
Okay? You can't do that. And this is why you find when they select persons, some of the time they select person who they think have their life together and lead behind these person.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, right? So they basically align themselves with certain men close to them who they think will got their back. And this is the problem.
Yep.
And when you're in a meeting with them, they're trying to yell at you, acting like, okay, they are clean. They are not clean.
Mm-hmm. Interrupting men in their speech. I've
Ex-
gotten that. A person asked me a question in the meeting, and I am explaining myself, and here's the elder jumping in, and I'm like, I hear your elder say it all the while. Don't interrupt a man in his speech. It's actually scripture,
Right.
right? Why did you do that? You understand? These are the things that I have an issue with. Certain things apply to certain people and they don't apply to others.
Exactly.
You can't have somebody ask me a question I'm answering and you are jumping in while I'm answering. No, when I finish answer the question, you say what you're saying. Right? We're supposed to have some I hear Rakar talk all the while. How we should behave and the etiquette and the respect. Where was the respect then? I hear, yeah, even Gaja putting messages in WhatsApp like talking about how we respect our people at work and we can't even respect our brothers in the, but I'm like, bro, some of the stuff you did show that you had no respect for the people. Let me say that.
Exactly.
Yeah. Where was your respect doing some of these things that you were doing? Make it make sense. I know some of you that know me is shocked hearing me express myself like this. But I guess it's the time.
Exactly.
Yeah, but yeah, go ahead.
Yesterday, I came on about a brother, and I mentioned in passing a brother Bronze who who is known amongst our church for years as one who produced and does rap music. Okay, I've always supported.
You hear how he put that as one who produce and does rap music, and he stutter a bit. So
Wow. Stop.
he's trying to be little. Listen, you didn't know he does rap
Exactly.
music all along.
Oh
You
man.
didn't know he does rap music all along. Why did you put it like that?
Wow. As a matter of fact, he has a collab with your elder Gaja. Yeah.
Exactly.
Because there's in a song with him too and a few other brothers. Yeah.
Mhm.
My
What about
goodness.
your? What about your? Who do you say it like that? Okay, about your son who is also rapping.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, who do you say it like that? I can see something in your eyes, Zakar. I can see it. Who do you say that about your son? Stop it.
Mm-mm. Oh.
Let's get this back again one more time. Let's go.
And I mentioned in passing a brother Bronze who who is known amongst our church for years as one who produced and does rap music.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Listen,
Yo.
I hope Raash is actually listening because the day you fall out with these men, it's one who does dancehall.
Not reggae. Oh man.
And listen, I
Oh.
even see a poster the other day with Raash with this persons who write for artists and all of that named Ralston Bart, right?
Mhm.
The title that Raash have there is dancehall. So Raash is a dancehall artist now. He's not a
Man,
gospel artist anymore. You see that? He get
yeah,
no support amongst the GOCC. So he's now trying to use title that the world can gravitate to.
exactly.
That's what they're doing.
Mm-hmm. Ain't that something?
Why would you call yourself a dancehall artist?
Mm-mm-mm.
Why would you do that? You're a gospel artist, brother, right?
Mm-mm-mm.
And we like to criticize the Christian church. Many a times we hear them criticize, um, you know, Kevin Downswell and Gaddy and all these men saying that they are this and they are that, right? And now you're a dancehall artist, Negro, please. You're a
uh,
dancehall artist now, just because you want a break. Listen, you're not gonna get no break. Not on the rock our hand. Okay?
maybe you
Rock
start.
our, huh?
Maybe you make a U-turn with this heat that he's getting right now. Who knows?
Listen, there will be no U-turn. Look at the listen to these men.
Mm-mm-mm.
There will be no U-turn. I'm telling you. Right? The love of many shall wax cold.
Mm-hmm.
The Bible said, right? We must prefer those of faith. Check it out. You tell me how these men are any different from the Christian church pastors who aggrandize themselves of the people. You tell me how they are any different.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me. You tell me. What can we look at right now and says, okay, the GOCC have done this? Right? What is the GOCC doing in the community? More than taking from the people.
Mm-hmm.
Right? What institution do you have that employ people? How many business do you have that our people can say, okay, listen, as a member of the church, right, this is where, I make my income and so on and so forth. Come on. And every day you're asking for tithes and offering. IUIC said, okay, you don't have to pay tithes, and they did more than you by
That's
not asking for tithe.
that's a fact.
Okay?
I
They
mean,
preach against tithe.
mm-hmm.
Okay? You accept tithe. But at the same time, they did more than you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Where is the land that the GOCC have? Where you can say, okay, this belongs to the body. So there's farming, so the people can have food. All the farming that is speaking about El Arakar, it does belong to the members of the church. It belongs to you guys, the leaders.
Mm-hmm.
So stop talking about deceiver. Okay?
And
How
I
many
mean,
persons we see on the land that Elder Aria is actually talking about and farming on?
mm-hmm.
Can the regular member go on that land? Okay? Can they do it? Can they do it? No, they can't.
Mm-hmm.
Right? There was a brother here in Montego Bay who actually was trying to get land for the church. Right? And the brother called the deacon like a few times and said, listen, we find some land. And they did not went. And when the brother pay for the land, that's the time you want to crouch on the land.
Mm-hmm.
So you want,
I know the brother is like, yeah, basically by himself where that land is concerned. They're not really putting in no work with him right now like that. Yeah.
and
And
then
I
you
mean,
want,
yeah, go
yeah,
ahead. Go
go
ahead.
ahead.
Yeah, and another thing too, speaking of what they're doing, I mean, I can remember it was like so difficult to get the brothers uniformed. It's crazy to me. You bring up IUIC. You notice those brothers?
Ah,
Look at
check that.
the resources put into making the man them even uniform. Even that aspect of it, they fail at down here so miserable.
Right.
We have to be asking for
Yeah.
shirts and stuff. I'm like, bro. And then you hear that $2 million in the bank in Kingston. I'm like, no, not two, 6 million. And I'm like, what? So what you doing with it? What are you doing? And
Is that
hey, you know what? I'm not even gonna say that. But go ahead.
is that 6 million being used to uplift the members of the church, to provide jobs, all of that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Is that what is being done? No. The answer is no. Let's go.
Okay. I've always supported his talent. He's baptized in the church under the California leader.
How did you support his talent? Tell me how you support his talent when the brother said you did not promote him. And I know the brother is not lying because we have our dear beloved brother here, brother Ash. My time in the church, I've been saying to the brother, listen, you are too loyal.
Mm-hmm.
You need, right, to get a higher out of your song. Say the most
Yep.
high or say Christ. So your music, right, can span out amongst any one of the camps them out there. A lot of person don't buy your music because you're saying Ahaya and Yeshaya.
That's right.
The Most High and Christ, everybody can accept your music. You're too loyal to these men,
Mm-hmm. And that is
right?
the thing that Brands was doing as well too. And a lot of his music
Exactly,
promoted them. Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
exactly. He used to big up. He even said it today, right? For a very long time, he was speaking highly of El Rakar. And when he met El Rakar, he says, "No, this man don't love me."
Mm.
For a very long time, he was speaking highly about El Rakar until I think he says 2018 when he met him.
Yeah,
I'm not
28.
sure I'm not sure. He says when he met him, he realized, no, this brother don't love me,
Mm-hmm.
and I believe him. I believe him. Okay, based upon my time in that church, right, and how they operate, I feel the same way. I say, okay, these men right here, and for a very long time, even a lot of the brothers who were officers and so forth, they used to be in defense of Gaja, right? And when the news, came out that Gaja was actually sleeping with a particular female, they were the one who bring it to the forefront. And they
Mm-hmm.
were just cast to the side like that. And I have always said this, listen, you like to put people on a pedestal too much. From the moment I came to the church, matter of fact, I'm not someone who like to put people on a pedestal. I like to let them work, prove them,
Mm-hmm. Prove them, yeah.
right? Because I have a friend, a brother still in the church who always come telling me about, oh, the brothers, them, they are this and they are that. And I remember one Sabbath I have to say to him, brother, listen, I think you have to understand you're dealing with people. You're speaking too highly of, these men. Let them work, prove them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Yep.
Let them work, prove them. Okay? We can't be doing that. And that's what Brother Brands did, right? And you see what they did to Brother Brands. Let's go.
Leadership, right? And I've always respected him as a man. Sicknesses, we
You always respected him as a man. Until he leave the church, you no longer respect him.
Mm.
When he leave the church, did he steal anything from you? What did he steal from you? What sister did he took and sleep with? All he did was saying, listen, I'm leaving the church.
Mm-hmm.
And because he go on a public platform and said it, you came out with, they will deceive. Isn't he a free man?
Exactly.
Did he took any female? Did he pull anyone from the church? Did he steal anything from the church? It seems to me like you can't, do what you want to do as a adult.
Yep.
You can't do it. Come on.
we would call and support whatever he was dealing with as a brother. And we would also make sure that if he needed anything, we as elders was here for him. Even
The brother said he was in the hospital and not one of you ever come and visit him. So who's lying?
Hmm. I
Not
haven't
one
heard
of
him.
you.
I haven't heard Raka refute that either.
Exactly. Not one of you come and visit him. Listen, Rakar, we all have the ability to deceive and lie. And it's not just Brother Brands, you too. Because right now you're lying. Right now you're lying. The brother said he was, how long was he in the hospital?
I don't remember the length of time, but I just know that he was going through the illness for over 2 years. So I guess he was probably there for a few months. I'm not sure. Based on
Right.
that, yeah. So yeah.
And no one come and visit him. No church member, no elder, no one in leadership.
Uh-huh.
even through any trials or tribulations he would go through, the church have always been there. And this is talk about it in detail, but I wanted to warn people yesterday based on him using social media as
Why would you warn the people? Why do you want to warn the people? Akiawa, why does he want to warn the people, Akiawa?
To protect the, I would say, protect their image. Yeah, and all that comes with that, the finances and all.
Exactly.
Mhm.
All Ella Rakar is saying right here is okay, don't send him no money in a neat way.
Mhm.
You're protecting people? How? Protect that female from Elder Gaja. You're protecting the people. Bro, you have snake, you have wolf among you.
Mhm.
Listen, I remember in the time of the pestilence 19, right?
Mhm.
Every Friday night, Elder Gaja would come and say, remember tithes and offering.
Yep.
And that was a very rough time.
Mhm.
And he would just come and say, remember, that's it. He would not say, peace and blessings, family, shalom, how is everybody doing? He will only come and say, remember tithes and offering. Send us money so we can provide food. Listen,
Mhm.
if there should ever, be a fallout or, persons need food and all of that because something terrible happened, how
Mm.
will we reach the HQ for food? You should tell people.
With all these what they call these what they call that in Jamaica where they set up these
Checkpoint.
checkpoints. Yeah.
Yes. Right.
Oh my
And
god.
you're telling people send you money. That was a very rough time. A lot of us didn't work.
Mm-hmm.
And you're
Crazy.
telling people send money to buy food so that you can have food.
Oh wow.
Oh my
Amazing.
God.
Amazing.
way that was never introduced or talked about with us.
Listen what you have to say right here.
Trials or tribulations he would go through,
Listen.
the church have always been there.
Mm-hmm.
And this is why I was reluctant to talk about it in detail, but I wanted to warn people yesterday based on him using social media as a way to fund some venture for vineyards.
For what?
That was
For
never
vineyard. All right. You're trying to warn the people because the man go on social media and said something that you disagree with, right? How are you protecting the people? You're telling me, right? If persons want to send money, isn't that their personal business?
Yep.
Will you be happy if person is saying, listen, don't send money to GOCC? That's their personal property.
Mm-hmm.
If they want to help the brother, so what?
Exactly.
What you're doing, Rakar, is trying to protect, right? You're trying to secure the bag. That's what you're trying to do. You're telling people you're trying to put the brother out there in a negative way, right? Because you know how a lot of your members are. As soon as you came out and say something, a lot of your followers is now gonna demonize the brother and they don't want to hear nothing from him.
Mm-hmm.
But what you don't know is that a lot of person who you excommunicate was out there waiting on him.
Yep.
Because a lot of person don't have no fame. But once you excommunicate someone with some level of fame or notoriety, one is real well renowned. You see what happened with El Gabar.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? The same thing happened with Brother Brands. People cleave to Brother Brands. Right?
Yep.
Go ahead, Al.
Yeah, man. On point, man. You can play some more.
Introduced or talked about with us.
Listen, why should he come and call you about his vineyard? Did you call him about the vineyard that Elder Aria was dealing with? Why should he call you to say, okay, he wants to plant vineyard? Call us. Who is us?
Hmm.
Call us because he wants to plant vineyard. The man is an adult. The man is trying to find means and ways to protect his family. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
The man said he's sick for over 2 years, right? And based upon the type of sickness that he's actually dealing with, right? His body can't take starch anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So he now start to plan stuff, right? And he start to share his testimony with other people. And he's right about that. Because if you have what we call diabetes, the doctor gonna take you off starch.
That's a fact.
Okay? So it's not like he's wrong. We see what starch is doing. The only thing I don't agree with him with is when he said starch is a sin.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? We know our body needs starch, but we as black people, our consumption when it comes to starch is too high.
Yes, and I listened to him keenly when he said that,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't think he's saying that people not to eat anything. He mentioned specific foods like the
Right,
white rice. He's saying that this really is not. This is something that it's chemical based. Then they alter it. That's
right.
what he's saying.
Mhm.
But yeah, so I don't think he's against the things that are naturally have starch in it.
Yeah.
In point out specific, even the granulated sugar himself. You
Mm-hmm.
understand? The farm that it's in is just not good for the body, which is true.
Right,
The granulated sugar is in a lot of our bakeries that we buy at these stores and all of these things. So when you really look at it, just like how they would tell us to not take any injections that they are pushing, which is
right,
defiling the body. A lot of
right,
the stuff that we are eating is defiling us,
right,
getting us sick. So guess what? Since Rakar himself talk about this, why is there not a push for people to be able to have lands and the freedom to plant and eat their own produce outside of going to these other
mm,
nations who are giving us stuff to destroy us? So what the brother Brands is doing is what you have more resources than him,
exactly.
but it seems
Um,
like we keep hearing about the other leaders there with land. What about the rest of
yes,
the people then?
exactly.
Come on, man.
And I remember a couple years back, Rocker always saying, okay, persons must send money to buy land. And then all of a sudden, we hear this saying like, okay, everybody must go to their own land. You now receive money. You were begging money all these years, right? And you receive the money, and now you're saying, okay, no land. I even heard you, Eleraka was actually criticizing Pastor Dowell.
Mm-hmm.
How could you criticize someone who actually provide their own food, produce their own food, their own chicken, all of that?
Crazy.
You can't criticize someone who's actually doing that when you was actually begging money for that, and when you receive the money, right? No land. You are the deceiver. You must be very careful of what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
Bear in mind, we have all these videos out there with you saying these type of things, and we can pull them up and show you. Okay? All right.
We will never get in front of a brother and sister's vision if the Most High have shown them a vision to help.
The brother says the Most High show him this, right? That's what he said. Right? Why do you have a problem? Why do you make a video saying, okay, they will deceive?
Yeah, man.
When he did
Whatever that
go ahead.
vision is, has to be under their control. That's the problem they
Exactly.
have.
Exactly. Did the brother came out in that video and say, okay, Elder Rakar is a deceiver or anything? No. The brother says he's no longer a member and he's dealing with his vineyard and, you know, eating starch and all of that is not good. Okay? Why you have a problem with that? You're just trying to protect the bag. You're securing the bag right now.
the work. We have many people who's already doing.
You have many people who's already doing. Name them. And tell me, right, if the regular members of your church, the layman, have any say in those persons' vineyard. Can they go on that vineyard and say, okay, this is the church vineyard and I have invest in it so I can get this and I can they do that? Can they do that?
It's a good question.
Can they do that? Stop it. Stop it. You're being evil right now and we can clearly see it in your eyes. And this is why you delete the video. You know something is wrong with it. You want to know how I know that what you said, you know something is wrong with it? I know that it wasn't genuine. When you start to delete the comment, you guys were deleting a lot of comment. That's why you took the video down. And those comment was basically coming in from baptized members in your church. Not ex-member, member of your church. Okay?
And funny enough, you know, that's how you know that this one hit them. They underestimate the type of love the people have for Brother Brands.
Exactly.
Right? And based on what he said on this video,
right,
he claimed that is the only time is the only time he's gonna address this.
Exactly.
But we see again when sat there and did a video, right? And we know what that title is coming off of. I see you throw the Pharisee in it, like, okay. But try to make it not seem like, but we know what that's coming off of. The first word in it is heresy. That's what you claim that the brother is dealing with. So we know what you're coming with. You see the heat that was coming to you. You underestimate the kind of love that, because guess what? It's evident that the brother is one of the even the children them love the brother like that. Trust me. The type of love the people have for that brother. And we can see why. The brother is genuine. The music that's coming out of it, clearly the spirit was operating with him. And have an impact. Even bring people in your church. No, you can't cast a brother to the side like that, like you want to. No, it was never gonna go down like that.
Exactly. Exactly. What I think a lot of leaders, right, in the Hebrew Israelite community and also among the Christian church, or should I just say people on a whole, right? The sin that actually came from Adam and Eve, it seems like it only affect a certain amount of people and not all of us.
Interesting.
Second address 3 and 21 read, for the first Adam bearing a wicked heart, transgress and was overcome, and so be all they that are born of him. It seems like he did not came from Adam. Because he came out now in defense, right, of the bag. And everything that he's actually saying right now is to make him look good. Even though the people did not ask for a car coming to their defense, not to their defense, but to their money. The defense of their money. Okay? Let people do what they want to do with their money. It's their money.
Exactly.
What he popped out of nowhere with yesterday. Now, once he put up a video concerning what he was trying to do, I tried to reach out to him.
Why would you try to reach out to an adult? You're trying to reach out to an adult saying, okay, he wants to plant vineyard. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? You said many persons in the church is already doing that. So what if persons in the church is doing that? Come on. This makes sense to you, Yawa?
It doesn't at all. We only can see what the agenda was at the end of the day for making a video like this. To steer the people away from the brother. That's all this is about.
Exactly. Come on. You're telling people, okay, stay away from the brother. Why? Because he wants to plant vineyard? Doesn't make no sense.
Before going online. And guess what? It went directly. Before I went on, I wanted to talk to him because he had ventures that he's doing. So I'm trying to figure out, well, brother, why haven't he ever come to us with this?
Why should he come to you? Why should he come to you?
I mean, these people.
The brother wants to plant vineyard.
Yeah. Why need to come to you?
Yes. Why should he come to you? He wants to plant vineyard. Did Gaja come to you when he wants to sleep with a female?
Oh man. Amazing.
Huh? Why should he come to you? Because he wants to plant vineyard. That's the question we are asking.
Oh Lord.
No, we know, man, because you want the brother to run everything through you. If it don't benefit you, then you can stay among the church.
If it's such a good idea. So I didn't think anything of it. That's all. So what I did was, I'm like, well, maybe the leaders over there understand what's going on here. He didn't answer his phone.
The brother stated why he did not answer the phone. The brother said he's off the grid. And once his generator is turned off, his Starlink don't work, nothing work. The brother even showed his phone with the missed call and all of that. Okay? You jumped the gun. You should have waited a few hours. You call the brother, and because you did not get an answer, you jump and you put up a video. They will deceive. Come on. We all have the ability to deceive, Elder Rocker. There are times when I deceive also. There are times when you do it. Right now, you're trying to deceive the members. by telling them don't support the brother. Even though the brother steal nothing from you. Even though the brother did not take a female away from the congregations and slept with. The brother have no gripe with none of the members. You are the one with the gripe right now telling the members don't support this brother. Come on.
Never told us about ventures. I heard a live while he was on, he's probably on right now, telling people about all what he went through, right? For years, as if, and this is the deception, as if he was stressing us with his vision.
The brother didn't say that. You are the one saying that.
Exactly. That's why I say as if.
Right?
Because he himself don't, he's making up stuff, basically.
Yes. You're making up stuff. The brother did not say that. Right? If the brother said, okay, he's going through stuff for over 2 years, the brother is speaking about his sickness. He's not speaking about the church. The brother is speaking about what starch, has done to his body and all of that. That's what the brother is talking about. You are now making up story. The intent right here is to tell the people don't support him. That's what you're doing. Okay?
And we would, as if we were turning him down based on him having a vision.
You're making the brother look good right now.
When we had no idea what the first time we're hearing it, he's telling you out there more than he's ever told us.
Exactly. You are right. You are correct. And what is wrong with that?
Not a thing.
The brother is trying to promote. Exactly. The brother is trying to promote his business and you have a problem. You have a problem. Okay? You have a problem with what the brother is saying. Okay? Why do you have a problem? Because the brother is trying to promote his business, right? And he's not running it through the GOCC. Okay? His music was actually running through you. His music was on private all these years because of you. Okay? So, please. Please.
And I'm putting it out there because when people hear persons like this, they'll believe that this person had some interaction with the church negatively. So why they're making a choice?
Exactly. There is no negative conversation, right? With you, Elder Rakar. There's none. Okay? So why are you making a video in this manner saying, okay, they will deceive? What you're doing now is making yourself look foolish. Right? There's no conversation. There's no conversation of you, right, with the brother negatively. The brother is just trying to promote his business. He's just trying to do his thing. And you make a video trying to disrespect the brother. Right? Why would you make a video like this saying, okay, they will deceive? The brother is trying to start his business. But because he did not come to you, you have a problem with it? Come on.
But I have a question. Why does he think that the brothers or sisters don't have negative experiences in the gathering? It's like it would seem to me with these people as if there's anything labeled that leadership being at fault, it's not really a fault. You get me? Something that they gloss over, they give them a slap on the wrist for. people are having negative experiences with leadership in the gallery. So that is not far fetched.
Exactly.
But
All right,
that
let's
wasn't
go
the
ahead.
main issue. That wasn't the main issue why the brother doing
Ultimately,
what he's
this is
doing, anyways. But yeah, man, go ahead.
All right.
agree with. If someone is out there doing something on their own, people can only conclude something bad must have happened.
No,
And
you
Listen,
conclude.
if persons come to that, go ahead.
No, man, I say he's concluding that.
Exactly. Exactly. If person come to that conclusion, that's on them.
Mm-hmm.
And this is why I said you're riding on the brother back. Okay? Because if person come to the conclusion and say, okay, brother Brands is saying all of this, say, okay, he's leaving the church, then how people gonna view the church? Say, okay, a brother like brother Brands is now leaving the church. That's how you are looking at it, Rockar.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And you feel like, okay, it can affect, right, the church. That's how you are looking at it. That's how you are looking at it.
and that's why I'm coming to you. No one did anything to that brother. He have never mentioned anything about what he wanted to do concerning this with us. You out there are hearing more than we've ever heard concerning what he's trying to do. But now you understand what I'm telling you here. So before I went live yesterday, I actually tried to reach him and it went straight to voicemail. All right. So in the midst of my broadcast yesterday, all of a sudden, he was able to respond in a message. 10:17 yesterday. This is Elder Rick Harshyard. Please call. After seeing these videos he put up. This is Elder 11:53 Eastern Time. This is Elder Rick Harshyard reaching out for the second time concerning your venture broadcasted today that was never brought to the church. Are you receiving these calls and messages?
Why do you concern so much about the brother, right, and his venture? Why didn't you give it a day or two before you make this video? Why didn't you give it a day or two, Elder Akar, before you make this video?
Mm-hmm.
Right, Yawa Allah?
Yep, I agree. I agree.
You jumped the gun.
Mm-hmm.
You said the brother is have the ability of a deceiver. That's what you did, right?
Mm-hmm.
You tried to reach out to him, right? Okay. The brother said he wants to leave the church like a couple of years ago, and you was like, no, brother, stay with us and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
But now you're here saying, okay, right? The brother leave the church and saying all type of stuff. He did not say anything against the church. He says he's no longer a member of GOCC. This is what he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
Why it affect you so much?
Yes. I would like to speak to you. From you, I would like to speak to you in the next minutes, or I'll be making a distinction live for those that are out there.
And that's what you elders always did, trying to scare people.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you did. Okay, giving the brothers ultimatum, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what you're doing. You're giving adults ultimatum like they're a child.
Yep, that's
Come
what they
on.
speak to us, man.
Mm-hmm.
Even in these private meetings, like you're a child.
Exactly.
As if they're paying the bills and putting food on the table. And come on.
Right? You look at a person like even Ella Gaja saying he's yelling at people. Come on.
Who say what? Repeat that.
No, me says persons like even Ella Gaja in a meeting is yelling at you who have your life together. Listen, you have your family, right? You have your
Mm-hmm.
kids, right? You have your home in order. You don't know about his home, but yet he's come yelling at you.
Amazing.
Right? Every other weekend you're in some hotel with another female who don't even belong to you.
Mm.
Right? And you claim you have a wife and you have kids. You have what? Two daughters?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, and a son or
And
two.
and
Who knows?
right, and we don't even see your wife, we don't see your kids, right? All we know is that you're out of the country for so long. And when you're ready, you spend like you go home for a weekend and like 2 days or so you're back. What type of
Mm.
family life is that? But yet you're out there yelling at people. Come on.
Oh boy.
Listen, Rocker always speak about the one way scams, right? How officer of 200 is on another man's couch. Right? You're doing the same thing. You are doing the same thing in another way.
Mm.
You are sitting in the comfort of your home, trying to run other people's home,
Exactly.
telling people who they must support, who they must send money to. Why
Mm-hmm.
don't you come to us with this whole vineyard thing? Come on.
Yeah, man. It's like what I realized with these men who had prominence in the One West. There's a residue, man, that follow them from that previous. It does take a time to come out, but they think they escape. There's a residue from that old thing that follow them,
Exactly.
man. Mm, trust me.
What if the people in the ISUPK, right, came out and do a video that you're a deceiver when you leave? Right?
Ah, ah.
You're trying to do the same thing to persons who trying to go their separate ways because okay, they're trying to deal with their finances.
Mm-hmm.
Are you putting food on this brother table? When his bill is supposed to be paid, his doctor bill and all of that, do you pay it? So if the brother wanna go around vineyard and said, okay, it's no longer a part of the church, why do you have a problem? There
And
should be no problem.
it's so funny when you look at it, when you hear Rakar speak of his testimony and leaving where he was and how it happened. He actually
Right,
went outside of a building and actually was rebuking the leaders who were left there who cast him out.
right,
You understand?
right.
And
And now he's now here trying to do the same thing.
amazing, ain't it?
Right?
Amazing, man. What you want, Brother Browns, to do? Leave quietly? You didn't leave quietly where you come from. You didn't leave quietly, you know. You
But the
went
brother
outside.
leave quietly. The brother just decide to go on a live and say what he want to say. Why do you have a
Mm-hmm,
problem with that?
mm-hmm.
Right? Come on.
The text here. See? Straight up. Before I went on yesterday, I'm like, call me, brother, because this is some weird stuff going on. Totally, he totally ignored us. But now I know why. So in the midst of my broadcast, now all of a sudden he sends a text, knowing that I can't answer because I'm broadcasting. Oh, 129. Oh, yes, sir. What's the problem? Is everything okay? He responds with. And I respond with, after the broadcast, I tried to reach out. Everything isn't okay. Then he said, I'm off the grid. Usually, when my generator isn't running and I'm out of contact, I apologize. This is not what he should be apologizing for.
Wow. But the brother actually explained himself. What's the problem?
What should he be apologizing about? Huh?
Wow.
What should he be apologizing about? Huh? What should he be apologizing about, Akyawa Allah? He should
I
be
don't
saying, okay, I'm sorry for saying I am leaving the church. I am sorry for
look.
my plant vineyard.
Mm.
That's what he should apologize for.
Hmm.
Please.
So I started to do some digging. So I called the deacon. From, just got off the phone with him from California, Los Angeles. And I said, sir, what's going on there? Did you know anything about these ventures that he's trying to do in all this? He said, I found out yesterday like you did. Interesting. I said, well, what happened a couple of weeks ago? He said, well, Brother Bronze put on Facebook he was leaving the church.
What is wrong with that? What is wrong with that, Akyawa Allah?
Nothing.
Okay.
Nothing is wrong with that.
Now, mind you, the church have always supported his work and never did anything to him. Didn't offend him at all. Didn't do anything but support him. People would not have known him if it wasn't for our.
Really? Really? Really?
Oh, that's one of the most silly comments he could have ever made. Man.
People, listen, everything, what he just did right now is basically throw cold water on the man's career.
Man.
Saying, listen, it is because of me.
Attempted to. He can never. That brother is too powerful. His music is too powerful. But yeah.
Right? What he did just now was saying, listen, everything you achieve, everything you did is because of us.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the spirit that was actually working with the brother, it's because of me. You must stop it.
Wow.
Stop it. So all these time the brother among the church and doing these spiritual songs and all of that, bro, it was because of you. You write the song. You write his songs. You write his songs. Bear in mind, you shut down Brunity, right? There was a group of these men who, was speaking the Hebrew. You shut it down. Because of you. It's not because of the Holy Spirit. You are the Holy Spirit now, right? You are Christ now. You are the Most High.
I mean,
so the talent that the Most High gave to this man is because of you. Come on.
Can you imagine? He's acting like, oh, every week they came on, they was promoting Brand's music. Listen, the majority of the music that we hear from Brands is we hear them freely on the internet. It wasn't GLCC platform I got those music from. Most of the music I got them from his platform, his channel.
Exactly.
That was actually trending for those times to the point where, as Brother Brands point out, some of his videos reach millions of views before even GLCC have a million in the body. Even if we don't know if they even have a million overall. We don't know. But at that time, as I mentioned earlier on, when they were growing, Brother Brand's thing and the brother's music transcends borders of the Hebrew community. People outside of your church love the brother. We know that for a fact. Because I've seen Brother Brands performing on stage shows put on by other camps. I've seen that. I've seen that to show you the brother have a level of love for all the people. You get me? Yeah.
Our continued support of his music. So here it is. I said, well, he's going to leave it. Doc said, why are you leaving the church? And he said, well, it's nothing that the church has done wrong, but I had a near-death experience, and it's something that the Most High need me to do.
Exactly.
Then the brother,
If the brother said that to you, Elder Rakar, why would you make a video saying, okay, they will deceive? The brother says, there's nothing wrong with the church. I have a near-death experience and there's something that the Most High want me to do. Right? What's wrong with that? The only thing you are now allowed to say is, okay, brother, good luck. And, you know, if ever you need a home, we are right here. That's the only thing you're allowed to say, brother. But you're trying to secure the bag. The bag is the problem. The bag is the problem, El Rakar.
Brother Tazadok told him, well, brother, take that post down 3 weeks ago. Because people will assume that someone did something wrong to you. After a long time operating in this church, and with the church supporting you, it would take something serious for you to be on the outside. And the brother told him, people will assume someone wronged you. Now, he said he was going to leave the church and not talk to the elders because he, quote unquote, he believed that the elders will not hear his vision. Is that a reason?
Yes. That's how you guys are.
Definitely.
That's how you guys are. We have hundreds of people with this very testimony. First thing first, right? There are persons who, you know, have things that they want to say, right? And whenever they come to you with that, you're yelling at them. Listen, I have that experience. First thing first, I went to Elder Gaja and I said, Elder Gaja, listen, we have a branch in Kingston, we have one in Montego Bay, right? I live in Westmoreland, and I used to take, you know, a lot of persons to visit the church. I think we can slowly start to push in those areas because I think something can come for it, can come from it, right? The brother belittle my argument down to, okay, persons want position, right? That's what the brother belittle the my statement, right? When all I'm saying to you, bro, listen, I think there's a lot of persons here in Westmoreland. We don't have no, you know, camp or church like that. There's none, right? So I believe we could have something going on down there. Okay? And the brother belittle the argument down to, you know, persons want position and persons bad mind and all of that. Come on. Lord and Christ.
He's going to leave the church without giving us an opportunity to hear what you would like to do for the Lord's people?
Listen, the brother know, Elder Rakar, what your response will be. And hundreds of other persons say the same thing. And I hold that same view. You guys cannot be talked to. Right? You know that we already are many times we're trying to give suggestion. They will not hear it. Bear in mind, when we were in Montego Bay operate, the church owned nothing. It was through 5 brothers coming together in a group that the church start to own things for itself.
Mm-hmm.
Until this day, the church don't even have a piece of land for itself. The church don't have a building for itself. Nothing.
Mm-hmm.
I believe the church in Montego Bay, right, get some of the most sincere and genuine persons to work with, right? So we could have land, we could have substance, we could have a lot of things going on, and they swept it right under the rug, saying that okay, persons trying to bring all different type of information, and they need position, and they need this, and they need that, and that's not true. The only thing the leadership used to do is just come every Friday night and say, remember tithes and offering.
Mm-hmm.
We were fellowshipping at one of the brothers house, and when rain fall, the building would leak, right? But every time the elder would actually come and say, okay, remember tithes and offering, and when the money collect, they would just take the money and go with it. That's not how you function as a church.
Mm-hmm.
But every month or so, the brother would be in Negril, booked in a hotel with a female that is not his. Come on. Okay? And this is what is happening among the Hebrew Israelite a lot.
Mm-hmm.
The only church I don't hear this mentioned among is IUIC, because we can see that IUIC have their thing together.
Yeah. As much as
We
you can, as much as you want to criticize their doctrine, when it comes to how them operate, yeah, man, there's something there to be you can learn and incorporate within your organization.
Exactly.
It's very well put together. Presentation A1.
Right.
Trust me. Yeah.
Right. You can see where their resource is going.
Mm-hmm.
You can see where the money is. It's not so among GOCC. GOCC, you own no building nowhere. IUIC can come here today, and by time 2-3 months they own the building and refurbish and set it up properly, nice and decent. It's not so. You know how many times we could have owned something for ourselves, and because we have greedy elders. Come on, Rocker, I don't think you understand what is going on. I don't think you understand what is going on. I don't believe you understand what is really going on. Okay, based upon how you're to maybe you understand, but you're just not genuine. Because the same type of rhetoric you're promoting now is the same thing we hear amongst the other elders them.
Yep.
And I was once underneath Elder Gaja, and this is how he behaved, just the same. Okay? So maybe it's just the way how you guys deal. I remember I said to Elder Gaja one time when we were having some problem, right? Your presence in the church is lacking. And the brother took offense. Your presence in the church is lacking. The only time we hear from you, right, is when you're saying tithes and offering. Right? And that's not good. Let's go.
If it's honest what you want to do for God's people, don't you think it's something that we would accept? And
it's obvious that you don't accept it, because what he's doing is for God's people. The man have a near-death experience based upon what he was consuming. The brother is now saying, listen, leave meat alone. And he's right. If you have cancer, right, you have any form of, certain type of sickness like diabetes, when you go to the doctor, they tell you leave starch, leave certain meat alone. Get off the red meat and all of that. So the brother is not wrong. Okay? The brother is 100% correct. I myself right now is trying to look to deal more with fruits and vegetable. Grains and stuff like that.
Yeah, man, me too.
You understand me? I'm trying to get off
Yeah, I think we're consuming way too much meat daily. It's like a daily staple. Like, nah, we need to get to the vegetables and fruits, man.
Exactly.
Hmm.
Right? We can feel it in our body.
Of course.
Why do you have a problem with that? We understand why you have a problem, Rakar. You just can't control it.
Hmm.
You want it to go through you. That's envy.
Hmm.
Okay? What you are today is because you got support from people. Why don't you want persons to support the brother? You would have never reached this far if person didn't support you.
Exactly.
Stop it. You are the evil one here.
Back like we did your music, unless it's not for God's people. What is it
Wow.
that the Most High have given you? The same Most High who given us the truth to wake you up. He's the same.
Oh yeah. You hear that? The
I heard
same
that.
Most High who give me the truth to wake you up. Rakar, there was a time when the Spirit was actually working with us, Rakar,
Mm.
including you, right? There are times, Rakar, in the infancy of the church, Rakar, we could have seen it clear that the Most High was working, Elder Rakar. That was the time when money wasn't involved. People was
Mm.
just giving genuinely. Okay?
Mm.
You were we could have seen that, Rakar. When there was no Patreon, Rakar. Okay? When the Hebrew and Bible Academy wasn't even like this, Rakar.
Mm.
Okay? These are some of the purest time when the Spirit of the Most High was working. Don't come and tell me the Spirit is working with you guys like that now. No. You have the ability to deceive also. So do I. Okay? So do Elder Gaja. So do my brother online here now, Yawa Allah.
Mm.
We just have to stay on that narrow path, Elder Rakar. Stop saying it's you. It's not you. Okay? There was a time when the Spirit worked with Saul, and then the Spirit have to kick Saul to the side.
Mm.
David just the same. Are you saying you're better than these men? Even Moses. There was a time when the Spirit don't work with Moses because Moses did not get to lead the people into the promised land.
Mm.
Because his feeling, right, got in play, bro. Right? His feeling come, right, in the way over the Most High word. Come on,
Mm.
Raka, what are you talking about? It
Mm.
seems like you own God's word. You're
Yep.
better than David. You're better than Moses. You're better than Saul.
Mm.
Listen, we are not better than them. And that's why Romans 15 and 4 said, listen, for whatsoever thing we're written our fourth time, we're written for our learning.
Mm.
You have to understand that. We must stay on the narrow path, and you, Rockar, there are times when you're on it and there are times when you're not. Right now, you're not on it because guess what happened? Because the bag is under threat, you're angry. And you came
Mm.
out swinging. You came out swinging,
Mm.
right? You came out swinging at the brother in a negative way. You're just trying to tell, look at your face like this now. Look at your face. We see the evil on you right now. Look at your face. Your lip twitching, your eye widening out and all of that. Just to tell people don't support the brother.
Mm.
Why you want to see? Listen, I always say this, a lot of times when you have disagreement with these guys, right? If you go back to the world, they are more happier because it will confirm to the member saying, okay, Rakar was right, Gaja was right. That's what they want to see. They don't want to see you move on and say, okay, let me put in action what I learned from these men. They don't want that. Because their only intention and thought is, okay, you might pull people away from the truth. You're seeking followers. That's how they view you. So if you go back to the world, it's even better for them. Right? If Brother Brands come crawling at their feet right now, like a dog, they would be more happier. And then they would put it to listen, they would never deal, right, behind the scene. They want to make it public, say, oh, look at him. That's prideful.
Yep.
That's what they go do in front of the congregation, just to confirm to the congregation, say, you know what, we are right. I know this type of behavior, brother. Look at your face. It's evil right now.
Same God who was dealing with you in your vision. What is it that our God told you to help the church that we wouldn't agree with?
You hear that? Our God and your God. Our God and your God. Man.
With. And why didn't you even give us, why this brother didn't even give us an opportunity to hear what his visions were? So it didn't make any sense to me. So of course, I did some more digging. Well, the reason why he put that out there is because he was working behind the church's back, networking with people in the church to use their land for his personal venture.
Wow.
Does the land belong to you, Elarakar? If a brother in the church, right, have a piece of land, and Brother Brands, is having dialogue with that person to use the land for his personal venture, and that person say, okay, no problem. What does that have to do with you?
Exactly.
If you receive the land to carry on your stuff, you'd have been happy. You'd have been happy. What's wrong with his brother helping him out to do his vineyard? What's wrong with that? The land belongs to you. That's
My word.
envy.
Yep. You must be a slave to them.
Exactly.
And you
Come on,
people,
Rakar.
you people need to wake up. I've seen it. What I've realized with you people, the most is against idolatry. And let me tell you something. A lot of these elders and deacons have become idols to you people. It's like you don't have any. You can't even reason. You have no reasoning ability no more when it comes to them. You have no critical thinking.
Man,
Crazy.
it's crazy.
I spoke to one of the brothers who's in Alabama yesterday. But people you would not have known if it wasn't for the church, you want to use for your personal financial venture.
What's wrong with that? If that person or that brother have land, right, and they're having conversation, is that church matter? That's not church matter. Come on.
Separate from the church. So the brother backed off from that because when this brother reaches out to people, they believe that it's something he's already brought to us. working with the popularity of our church to try to financially grandize himself with something.
Oh my God. Working with the popularity of our church. Mm.
Wow.
Of our church.
Well.
Oh my God. Okay. So the people who are in your congregation, their personal stuff belongs to you.
And we definitely
Working with the people of our church, trying to aggrandize himself of
mm,
our church. The people's wealth belongs to you, Ella Rocker.
I wonder if he's belong to them. I,
Exactly.
I wonder. Because I definitely know that all things are common in there. That I know for a fact.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I know for sure. Your stuff is not sharing with the layman at the church. We know that, right? Yesterday while they were coming on live, I was actually looking at something, right? And I was like, come on, come on, come on. Uh, let me the lesson that they did yesterday. Let me click on it.
Killed Malcolm X.
Let me go back here.
Better than us. The religious back to. Please don't let me forget. The Spirit of the Almighty. Through a lot of prayer, through a lot of reasoning, I believe this particular lesson is right on time. And it's one of those lessons that we'll always reflect back to concerning how to make it from what? Seeing the truth of the Almighty and understanding Christ and the doctrine and not veer off the path. To actually meet the goal to why the Most High converted us into this lovely truth. And never take the spirit the Most High have given us to understand this truth for
All right,
granted.
let me put it right here.
Yeah, I heard the sound.
I'm looking
Please
for
give
something.
me the strength to stand today. With my eyes towards the east, show me the way.
I want to show you something. Mm,
Was something specific he said?
yeah. Some. Let me see. Let me see. Let me play it.
Please don't let me forget the strength. Place my feet, Lord God, my path, show me the way to Zion. I opened up the book and see that the apple of your eye included me. And through the tribulation, I know I must stand. For a new heaven, a new earth, show me the way to Zion. I'm on my knees, laying my life on the line. I'm begging, please. Please don't let me fall. Give me the strength. Place my feet, guide my path. Show me the way to Zion.
To Zion. Blessings, brothers and sisters. We're the elders of the Gathered of Christ Church here. Blessings to my brothers and sisters throughout the four corners of the earth. Shabbat Shalom. We're going to jump right into the lesson, not before I make a few announcements, okay? This is a very, very important class today. Through the Spirit of the Almighty, I hope it's received in the spirit and humility from whence the Most High will allow us to deliver this message. Okay? The Spirit of the Almighty. Through a lot of prayer, through a lot of reasoning, I believe this particular lesson is right on time. And it's one of those lessons that we'll always reflect back to concerning how to make it from what?
Let me put it right here.
And also where we lost the kingship. A lot of people want to understand, how did we lose the throne? And you know why we lose that argument all the time? We're looking into Africa. Okay, we lost the throne of power under Babylon. So we're going to prove that existed from Babylon, Rome. And Rome is where Christ was sent when they tried to kill the child who would one day free us. And I'm going to also show you the Roman religion, Mithraism, as I go into the Roman part of things to show you it's no different than the modern day Christianity today. An antichrist ideology. All the way to America. And America has become Satan's masterpiece. What he couldn't achieve with the Tower of Babel has come into view. If you want to know what Satan was trying to do at the Tower of Babel, look at America, look at Canada, look at London. Okay? This is the final masterpiece that the Most High must judge. Satan's masterpiece. So if you haven't been in any academy, you want to be in the next one. From Babylon, Rome to America is the theme. If this interests you at any time, go to historytimes.org to enroll. historytimes.org to enroll, okay? I'll make some announcements after the class. Well, but without any further ado, Elder Lawyer is here. Okay.
All right.
You need to get some water or something.
So look at this now, y'all, all right? Look at this part, right? Did you hear what Rakar says when he pick up the water, right? Did you hear?
What's the Ella lie?
Check this out, right? To show you how. No, like he is asking, did you get water? Now, look at Ella face, right? All these time, you know, class, you're coming to have class, right? When we used to go to class, don't we have our what? Does someone have to tell you to get water?
No.
All the time I have my little Bakra water, you have your little Bakra water in your hand, Mavi have him little water, all of that, right? Why would someone be telling a big grown man saying, okay, you have water, you get water? Like they've been leading you like a little child. Take a look at it. Look at his face, right?
Yeah.
Check this out.
Yeah.
Check this out.
Initially, you good? Yeah. Okay, go grab some water real quick.
Saying to you.
All right.
Someone is telling you go and grab water. Right? You are an adult. Don't you know when you need water?
Yeah, you do.
right? Why would Rocker be saying to elder lawyer, go and grab water? Shouldn't you know say, okay, listen, I'm gonna read, sometime my mouth get a little bit dry, I need some water. Look at liar face. Like,
Mm,
uh, uh,
mm.
water, water. Take a look at this. Listen careful.
Lesson that we actually, that's a mainstay with this church that catapulted the ministry from the beginning. And it was able to quantify the history of how we went from a what? Powerful people only to be servants at the end in the end times here in America. The theme for the next academy will be from Babylon, Rome to America. And when we go into specific lessons like after the flood, the Tower of Babel, we're going to go further into the technology and understanding of the Tower of Babel, all the way to the point showing archaeology to prove that that particular empire existed, and also where we lost the kingship. A lot of people want to understand, how did we lose the throne? And you know why we lose that argument all the time? We're looking into Africa. Okay. We lost the throne of power under Babylon. So we're going to prove that existed from Babylon, Rome. And Rome is where Christ was sent when they tried to kill the child who would one day free us. And I'm going to also show you the Roman religion, Mithraism, as I go into the Roman part of things to show you it's no different than the modern day Christianity today. An antichrist ideology. All the way to America. And America has become Satan's masterpiece. What he couldn't achieve with the Tower of Babel has come into view. If you want to know what Satan was trying to do at the Tower of Babel, look at America, look at Canada, look at London. Okay? This is the final masterpiece that the Most High must judge, Satan's masterpiece. So if you haven't been in any academy, you want to be in the next one. From Babylon, Rome to America is the theme.
All right, take a look at this now, Akiawa Allah, right? Pay attention. Elijah is sitting there. Elerakar is having some tea. The lesson is about to begin. Elerakar have some water, right? At his feet. Now pay attention.
If this interests you at any time, go to historytimes.org to enroll. historytimes.org to enroll, okay? I'll make some announcements after the class. But without any further ado, Elder Lawyer is here. Okay. You need to get some water or something initially. You good? Yeah. Okay, go grab some water real quick.
Does it look like someone who is free and can operate?
Oh man, boy.
Yo, Allah, like, be honest. I'm coming to class, bro. Right? Don't I know when I need water?
Yeah, I know.
So what
Definitely.
happened here? Rocker like these type of persons who just sit down and they say nothing, even when things is not going right.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Like, go and get some water, huh? Like, water.
Yo, the man ready for read and focus, man. If him want water, I guess him can get it at any point. Him want.
Exactly. Like,
Yeah.
water, huh? Water, huh?
But yeah, we love Lawyer. We love the brothers. But yeah, man. I remember even Gabar saying, man, he told lawyer that listen, man, you guys need to have your own, in a sense, kind of should I use the word autonomy, but have some kind of seeming of independence of yourself. You get what I'm saying?
Right,
Is
right, right.
yeah. It seemed like he's gonna be always under
Yeah.
Rocker's arm, like you get what I'm saying?
Yes, yes, yes. I got
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
Because it was very shocking to me
Mm,
when I know Gabar all these years as an elder in GOCC, and when he leave, he's saying, I have to go and find a job and maybe even work on Sabbath. And I was like, really?
mm-hmm.
Bro, I want to wish man, right? I'm going to take myself and put on a wish dude no. That's, my finance lay in their hand. Come on.
And you know what? When you said that about Gabar, something came to my mind, right? Do you notice whenever there's a venture that's tied to the GOCC, if somebody leaves, that venture dies off?
Ah,
Look at the I am fit. Look at the I am fit wear.
I was thinking about that too.
Just died off. So it's better you have something independent that's not tied to them that you're doing.
Exactly, because guess what happened? What the elder is going to do is demonize you, and the members of the church who normally support you will no longer support you. And that's what
Ex-
Elder Rockar is trying to do with Brother Brands.
exactly.
They did it with Fred the Genius, where they're saying, listen, don't buy his music.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And you know the funny thing about it? Most of these persons, when they leave, their music have to die or their brand have to die. You know why? Because they are the only person with a higher.
Mm-hmm.
And you basically tainted your brand with a higher.
Yep.
Just say
There
the
you
most
go.
high and Christ so persons can accept that.
Mm-hmm.
The Christian church can accept the most high and they can accept Christ.
Mm-hmm.
Right? The Hebrew Israelite camp who says Yahweh, they can accept most high and Christ. Don't be saying no a higher.
Mm.
Because when you leave, right, if you should ever fall out, right, a higher will only flourish amongst GOCC.
Mm.
Okay? So you have to be very careful, and that's why I always warn Ra'ash, and that's why Ra'ash is like this now. Okay?
Yep.
You can't have a talented brother like this who is just, okay, I want to put myself under these men. Listen, bro, when I come to the church, I don't want to be under no one where my finance is concerned. I'm
Mm-hmm.
not leaving that in your hand. Right? I could be underneath you as a layman and you're an elder. I will accept the direction, right?
Mm-hmm.
Righteously. Okay? But where my finance is concerned, bro, it's not in your hand. I'm not waiting on you to feed me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? If you pull the plug, then I'm done. Even Ra'ash, I've been saying to Ra'ash, listen, man, you need to keep like a concert or some. Listen, if the GOCC should come together and keep a concert with Ra'ash, trust me, if they promote Ra'ash,
Yeah,
it
man.
beneficial for them, but they just don't understand this type of thing. They are just so focusing on, okay, listen, we don't want to make you um a big artist.
Yeah, and you walk
Because
away.
you will walk away. Come on.
Crazy.
That's crazy.
So
That's crazy.
basically, that's a message to you all with gifts that they're gonna keep you on a certain level. Just understand that you're gonna be kept down at a certain level, and now we can see why so many of the musicians fall out with him.
Exactly.
Fred, you have I think Karatazar
Mm-hmm.
and others, right? That are falling out with them because they're basically trying to control the brothers and sisters' freedom to even collaborate with someone that's not even in the gathering. Bro, like aren't these our people? regardless of if they're in another congregation or whatever.
Organization. Hmm.
Aren't they Israelites? Are they not our people? Come
There's
on,
so
man.
many. There's so many artists that was once a part of GOCC, or even profess GOCC that don't even exist today,
Mm-hmm.
right? But when you listen to El Rakar when he dropped his album, the way he promote his album,
Yep.
you constantly hear him talking about it. Every
Mm-hmm.
broadcast he speak about his album and he said, "Okay, listen, it's $10. Go and grab it." And he's
Mm-hmm.
always playing one of his song.
Yep.
Why isn't he doing the same with the other artists?
Exactly. And
Where,
guess what?
where,
I bought those albums. I think how much album release? But yeah, I bought Rakar's album.
Mhm.
Yeah, so I actually supported his music.
Right, and
So
his album used to come amongst the congregation and ask persons to, buy it. Even,
mhm.
before we have class start. I don't know if it was the elder telling the teachers to mention it. Okay. But I remember when Ra'ash dropped his album and listen, the album wasn't going nowhere. Ra'ash was
Mm,
suffering. And I said,
mhm,
listen, give me a few of the CD. I'm gonna try and sell them. And
mhm,
I remember one point they gave me 18 CD, and I sell those 18 CD and take the money to him. And
mhm,
in the church in Kingston, they actually gave 200 CD, and I sell my 18 CD off. And the persons who buy those 18 CD were persons in the world, and
mm,
Ra'ash only sell one among the congregation in Kingston. I was like, wow.
Yeah, I remember that, man.
I was like, whoa,
Mm-hmm.
whoa. I remember, and I think that was Ra'ash's second album. I remember
Mm-hmm.
when Ra'ash dropped the EP with the 7 song on it. I took a
Mm-hmm.
couple of those, right? And I basically beg persons to buy, right? I walk and sell those CDs, right? And I play them on my phone, right? And say, listen, this is a good artist right here. And persons buy it.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember in Kingston, no one buy the EP. I was like, whoa, whoa, whoa,
Mm-mm-mm.
right? So what these men is going to say right now, listen, they can't tell me nothing. I have seen it.
Mm-hmm. And
Okay.
and I know, a lot of times people hear people like us say things and they would like, okay, so what were you supporting? Yes, I bought every single one of Rush albums or EP when I was there.
Mm-hmm.
So you better believe, yes, yes. As a matter of fact, I think I was collecting money for those that were bought down this side, and I
Exactly.
gave it to Rush. So yeah, yes, I was supporting um Raash. And I was always like, yeah, we brothers talk about it how like look at these elders with the power that they have to help to promote, and we're not seeing it.
Exactly.
So we weren't sitting around and not supporting and we just come out to complain. No, you know they love to draw this card, but you can't use that with us. We
Exactly.
we we put our money where our mouth is when we were there.
Man,
You can ask Rash himself if we are lying.
exactly.
Oh,
Listen, the greatest support Ash get with this album was in the Montego Bay body.
definitely.
It was when he dropped his EP, it wasn't being promoted on the A Gathering 144. And I asked him why not, get the elder to mention this to Rockar so you can release your album there. And he was like, no, no, right? Because he
Mm,
wasn't gonna get the support. So when Rockar is coming out saying, okay, bro, why don't you come to us because we support? No, that's a lie.
exactly.
That's a lie.
You better be
Okay?
a elder or a deacon there. Yeah, you
Right.
might get some support, but
Just like every time I look, they were playing Bishop Amat Shoya.
I'm a show ya, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh boy.
Listen, we're not fools here.
Mm-mm-mm. And yeah, they might want to bring up that one interview they did with Rash. I think it was the first interview did. It was a lawyer doing that interview with Rash, if I can recall. Yeah, and yeah, I mean, but after that, you aren't promoting the man music like that. You get me? But it shows you his music was so powerful and everybody talking about him that it's like, yo, you did have to give him a little interview. You have to give him an interview. But really, there's no consistency in the support there. Like, yeah, it's not
In the
there.
support.
Yeah, so we're more so say Gadget them besides Sizzler them, yeah, on Instagram and all of these things. So, hey, Sizzler boss a long time, much years ago, brother. Megastar. You should have Rush with you everywhere you go. Can't go to England with you. The brother them love him over there too. They could have done so much more. So much more. But
But um, I guess I guess at this point, I don't think they're going to listen.
nah, too prideful.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna listen. So what we're gonna do now, we're gonna head out.
Mm.
Um, we will try and come back and do more on this. Okay.
They probably oh boy. Probably got just see this and sent to hell and who are these two guys? Who are they? Who are these guys?
Oh my
oh,
God.
oh my god. Who are these two
Uh,
nobodies?
yes.
Yeah. It's all good. It's all good. I am good. All praises to the most high.
Exactly. But this is
Mm.
what we have for now, family. Hopefully, we can come on again and share more stories. All right. So
And
until then,
let me say another
yeah,
thing too. And you mentioned something earlier, and for all of them that would want us to see us go back to the world to gloat, don't hold your breath. Don't hold your breath. As I told a fellow brother that is in the church, that listen, my conviction in Christ has nothing to do with Elder Car and any of them. Right? The only difference is the information. That's all. I got it before them. That's all. So yeah,
exactly.
peace. Mm-hmm.
Exactly. All right, family. So until then, peace and blessings.
Sure.